Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading. Hope you guys are doing well. Today, June 21st, 2024. This will be our chart lesson for today of the ES futures on the 2000 tick chart. As you can see, it's a sideways day, trading range day, but there was some good trades in here, good price action, and took 3 trades on today. We'll review that, and let's jump right into it. Okay, so pre-market session here, we had a nice move down, and we had a nice first entry, second entry long failure, and we'll mark that one. And this is definitely early on in the pre-market session. This is 4 in the morning here. If you are trading that, then that was a pretty decent setup. But price moves very slow here, so you just got to be careful when trading the pre-market. But it's also a first entry, second entry short as well, so it's a double high probability setup, which is awesome. Then we find support around 55.30 here, and we get a first entry, second entry short failure, and it moves higher. Then you get a nice higher low. I think there's an argument to be made to have this marked up as maybe an aggressive trade, one or the other. Maybe this higher low here. It's a great signal bar, but with this past congestion here, I just don't think it's that high probability, and it's also still pre-market. And you guys know I don't like trading pre-market that much. So after that, we kind of get this two-legged move, as you can see. But with the main trend focus here, we have this leg down, it pulls back, and we get another measured leg. Now before that, you do get a nice first entry, pulls back, second entry short, nice double top across the board here, with a good signal bar. So I think that trade is definitely worth taking, at least back to the EMA there for 2 or even 8 or 10 ticks. Then you get a nice lower high confirmation, sells off here. You get a nice double bottom, makes a nice pullback. You get a first entry, second entry short failure, and you get a nice lower high. As you can see, this bar is closing way on its low, right below the EMA. Nice lower high, and it continues to sell off. You also get a first entry, second entry long failure. So another failed second entry long. We have a lower high here. And I hope me marking them helps you guys, study the chart better. That's kind of why I do this. You do get a 1, 2, 3 test, 1, 2, 3 here. So price made its attempt to go 3 times higher, and it has failed, and they're all decent signal bars. You could probably argue for to go short on this one, but you were going right into support there. So that's why I really think the failed second entry long here is a better trade. Now this one is only 4 ticks, but with a failure, it usually sells off very fast, and that's what it did with this nice big red bar, followed by another lower high of the failed second entry long. It makes its way back down here of this second leg. As you can see, we went just a couple ticks below it. Then you get a nice move up, and you get a first entry, second entry short. Now this bar isn't the best signal bar. I really prefer red bars, but you do get 10 ticks. And it's the first pullback after a downtrend, and we're still expecting a new low. But we just get a nice double bottom here. We never get a new low, and then you get a nice first entry, second entry short failure, and I was tempted to take this one here, but context-wise, it is correct as well. But I just didn't like the signal bar real time, so I passed on it. These are where my couple of trades come in for today. Got some notes for them. So this one I took here was a first entry, second entry long, got in. I only scalped for a point here, and I only had room for a point with this slightly downward trend here. I still think this is probably not the best second entry long, to be honest with you. I do get a point here, but then I enter once I see this red bar close on its low, and I prematurely enter with a small pullback. And this was my mistake here for sure. I'm entering on a first entry, second entry long failure that I thought after a second entry long, but it's technically not a failure because it never went one tick below, so I never waited for confirmation. So that was a mistake on my part. And then, with it being such a bearish day previously, I didn't think this thing was going to keep running up, or at least it would test near my entry, but it never did. So I adjusted my stop loss for the previous swing high, so I did take on more risk accordingly. It did come back down, and I basically just got out for -2 points. I think this one, this was a really bad trade, and I really just messed it up, and it shows you just really got to follow the system, or else, you'll get caught. And me moving my stop loss I didn't like, but I was confident in price action coming back of how big the ATR was today and how price was moving. So it's a very discretionary thing that I did. Don't recommend it, but it worked out. Took my loss. That's fine. I actually probably should have just, I should have just waited for at least it to tick one tick below to confirm the setup. But even then, you're going at previous day's low, so overall the setup is pretty bad, and I'm just shorting right into an upward trend that I've established. So overall, read that one wrong. That's okay, not perfect. And as we make our way higher here, you get a first entry, second entry long failure. You could also maybe argue for a lower high here. It does sell off. And then I see this, which was a nice first entry, second entry short of the first break of a downtrend. And this wasn't the best signal bar, but I really like the context of this. I clearly saw this uptrend. Basically, it was finished here temporarily. Saw this nice sell-off, first entry, second entry short of a first break of a downtrend. Usually we get a new low, and we did, so 2 points on that. So overall, not the worst day in the world, and that's what it's about, by making sure your stop loss is correctly placed, because you don't know which trades are going to be winners or losers. And so still green on the day, but 3 trades, so I was done for the rest of the day. Overall, really not the best trading on my part this week, but I feel like I'm kind of almost treading water. But I feel like the setups that I do take that are good, and I'm getting my 8 to 10 ticks, then those are good. Okay, so then we kind of find support along around here at 55.29. Then we start clawing our way higher, and I realized this is a bigger trend, and this was the double bottom. This was the first indication after this failure that we might have had a major trend reversal, and we did, and this thing continues to go higher. As this thing continues to go higher, you get another double top here, sells off, comes and tests again the support level here, and you get your break finally, and then your new high and new extreme. And you can draw another trend channel here if you'd like. No setups in here that I saw that was worth it, but we come and test the 55.45 area. You do get a first entry, pulls back, second entry long. This works for a scalp, but with it being right into the highs here, I think that's a very, very big no-no, and you shouldn't be taking those second entry longs there. They usually fail, and you never can usually get the 2 points. It's only usually a scalper's profit, if anything. In this case, first entry, second entry long, and it fails. Then you get a really nice second entry short. As you can see, we get a double bottom, resets the count, first entry, second entry short, bearish bar closing on its low, all within this downtrend. And it sells off here, and then it resets the count of the swing high. So you do get a first entry, second entry long failure again, and this one is tempting to take right at 1, 2, 3 multiple data points of rejection. So that would be a failed second entry long if you know what you're doing there by specifically resetting the counts of the swing high on a bearish bar. It's an advanced trade. Don't worry about it if you're confused. Just focus on the second entries. Then we get another first entry, second entry short. Horrible signal bar. 3 doji bars matched together, so cannot take that setup. I also saw this as overshoot here, and I think that's potentially why we reversed. Of course, I have no idea why anything specifically happens, but I saw a little bit of overshoot here, and kind of just a repeat pattern of never getting our break in new lows and it's just overall a trading range day, just with some good trends. As this thing continues higher for the rest of the day, I really don't see anything. You just have first entry, second entry long failures. It all looks a lot of stem. There is a first entry, second entry long here, which is tempting to take. I just think that's too much risk. And basically for the rest of the day, we just play this upward trend channel, hit the midline of our trading range channel, break new high, comes down. You do get this nice lower high. It's 3 or 4 minutes before close, so it's an aggressive trade. I will mark it as that. But context-wise, you have your uptrend, you have your break, you have your new extreme, your new high, and now you have a lower high after a first entry, second entry short. There's a lot going for you on this trade here. And maybe you take that in a different time frame because there's only so many minutes before market close. But that's pretty much how I saw it for today. Overall, a pretty decent day. A lot of good trades in there. I just don't think my trading was the absolute best. Definitely done better, but I'm still glad I kept it together and I got my green day, green week. So hopefully hopefully next week will be better because it's Friday. Hope you guys enjoy this chart review, and I'll see you guys next time.